Well, good morning, YouTube. Stephen Reardon here with Smart Home Comfort. I am at least going to be attempting to work on some additional content these days. That was probably a little weird, diving into you. But this morning, rainy Friday morning in February 2021, we are headed out to Durham, North Carolina, to see a prospect about a comfort concern. This prospect was actually brought to us by referral from Nate Adams and his, I believe it was his Twitter feed that generated this opportunity. So we're headed out there for a comfort consult. What's a comfort consult, you might say? Good question. The comfort consult is designed for problem houses. Now, realistically, every house is a problem house, but generally speaking, the comfort consult is not necessary for houses that don't have notable issues. If you don't have cold rooms, hot rooms, bad airflow, whatever, you don't need a comfort consult. You're probably doing pretty good. But if you've got comfort concerns, bad airflow, air quality issues, hot rooms, cold rooms, things like that, we take a few bits of information and we score the answers on a scale of 1 to 10 so that we can confirm if a comfort consult sounds like a good fit. Not every situation will actually make sense. So, with a comfort consult, what do we do? It's a good question. With the comfort consult, we do a whole house blower door test. We want to understand how much air comes and goes from your house and through what openings. Once we do the primary blower door test, doesn't really take that long. It's pretty quick and simple. What we go do from there is we go perform a duct leakage test. And this is something that we're doing in North Carolina that other practitioners throughout the country are not doing because of the differences in climates. In North Carolina, we have a lot of ductwork that's outside the envelope of the house. In Ohio, everything's technically inside the house because it's in a basement or, something like that. So we do a duct leakage test to clarify where some of our air leakage may be coming from. In concert with the blower door, since it's still in position and we've got the ducts masked off now, we will perform a duct leakage to outside test. Because that's another bit of information. If there is beneficial leakage, sort of air quotes there, if there is beneficial leakage in the ductwork, that means that the leakage benefits the house interior. So we're not worried about a duct in a chase that is air sealed that leaks, but leaks into the chase that's inside the building. It gets kind of hairy. But anyway, the duct leakage to outside, by running the blower door and the duct tester in concert, we're able to isolate how much of that duct leakage is negative duct leakage and exits the envelope of the house or exits outside the envelope of the house. So once we've got the duct leakage and the blower door, we move on to zonal pressure and thermal imaging scans. With zonal pressure, we're trying to isolate problem rooms, because problem rooms are typically going to have larger discrepancies with the pressure in the house. And so we want to know which rooms are problematic. And then the thermal imaging allows us to see those leaks, see where the air is coming in. Weather is somewhat important, because if it's basically 70 inside and 70 outside, you're not going to see a whole lot, because there's really no thermal differential there. But we will typically attempt it regardless, just to see if we can catch some strong outliers. And if we have to come back and do another thermal scan, we can do that, and it's not usually an issue. We gather enough information with the rest of it to really judge whether or not a room is problematic or important to the overall problems in that house. As part of the consult, we ask a bunch of questions, and we try to understand from the client's perspective what their primary concerns are, because we're trying to build a three-legged stool. We need to know the problems that the house has, which the client may not actually be aware of, the problems that the client has, and then we need to understand what kind of a budget we need to work with. There's a lot of things that can be done for less money. Typically, those are homeowner DIY and not something that a contractor would handle. But if there are things on that scale of problems, we can allow the customer to handle some of it. And if they're willing to or able to bring enough budget to make the project go to a high probability of success, then we can do that. But anyway, that's what we're getting into.